Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be making a Sawtooth star out of this adorable pink ghosties fabric. It is for a Halloween quilt I've been working on, and I'm really hoping to get this finished before Halloween. Make it very girly, very cute, and be able to enjoy this on my bed through the whole holiday season. My background fabric has these adorable little kitty cats. All right, now let's get started on making some flying geese, which is how I'm going to make the points of my Sawtooth star. Okay, background fabric is facing up. I'm going to take my pop fabric face down so the faces are touching. Get that lined up nice and neat. And then I'm going to pin diagonally. So from corner to corner, I'm going to draw a line with my water erasing marker. Oh, allergy season is kicking our butt around here. And then I'm going to pin this other side to hold my fabric in place. Okay, now that I have this pinned and my line drawn and it's ready to go through the machine, I want to make these three match so I can just batch run them through my machine. So let's take the pop fabric and attach it to my long 6.5 by 3.5 background fabric. Okay, now that we have these all pinned and the lines are drawn, let's batch run them through the machine. Okay, now that we have all four sewn along the line, we're going to remove our pins, cut away the extra string. Now I personally keep a trash can under my desk for this, so I'm not collecting a pile of scrap fabric. All right, now that we have that step done, we're going to cut this corner off. I'm going to take my ruler, line it up along my seam line, getting my cutter. Okay, now that we have this one done, let's make these three match. Okay, now that we have all four cleaned up, the edges cut, let's go iron these over and open up our seam lines. All right, now let's iron this open. Press our seams open. Okay, now that this one's done, let's get this one done. We want them to look like this, ironed open with our seam lines like that. So we're half done with the flying geese. Ready, and... All right, now we have all 4 of our flying geese. Half done, seams pressed and starched. Let's go attach the other side. Okay, now that we have this one done and pinned and marked, let's do the other 3 to match. Okay, now we have all 4 pinned lines done. Let's get them ran through the machine. Okay, now that all 4 are done, we're going to remove these pins and cut off this corner. We're also going to be removing the extra string.
Really?
Okay, now that we have this one done, let's make the other 3 match. Okay, now that I have them all done, the edges are cut off, cleaned up. We just need to go iron these open. Let's go. Okay, let's fold this open. Okay, now we have that one done. Let's make the other 3 match. Ready, and... Okay, now we have all 4 flying geese completed. I love the way these little pink ghosties look. Let's arrange the pieces for my Sawtooth star. I have my center pop panel, which is 6.5 by 6.5. I have 4 squares of background fabric that are 3.5 by 3.5, And I have my flying geese, which are 6.5 by 3.5. Now my flying geese are going to go on each side, right like this. My background squares into the corners. And there you have it. That is my Sawtooth star layout. Now I'm going to attach these two pieces of background fabric onto the flying geese like so. That way when I iron them open, they look like this. I'm going to do the same with my flying geese to the background, or to my pop panel. Pinning and ironing and sewing like this. So when I fold them open, they look like that. All right, now I'm going to pin those the same way, and these like so. As you can see at the edges, I am ever so slightly off right here. So I am just centering that up as best as I can. So when I sew the flying geese on, it'll disappear into the seam line. Oh, this one's perfect. I love that. I'm still learning, so it's very rare you see something I do be absolutely perfect. But my teacher, oh my gosh, everything she makes is perfect. Let's see, I hit the mother-in-law jackpot. She is my teacher. I know there's so many horrible mother-in-law stories out there, but I was just blessed to have one that sews with me and spends time with me up here and shares her hobby with me. I am so grateful. Let's pin this one on and run them through the machine. Okay, let's iron these open. Now remember, we are completely opening our seams. Like that. Like so. Starching. Okay, now I'm going to do that with this side, this side, this side, and the sides of this. When I pin these rows together, I'm lining up my seam lines, and I'm pinning along the seam lines first. That way everything stays nice and lined up, and my finalized blocks look as clean as I can possibly get them. You'll also notice I'm a little off at my flying geese right here, just ever so slightly. So I'm gonna offset this ever so slightly to make it match. That way from the front, you can't tell that I was off. This is me hiding my mistakes in the seam lines. I am new to quilting, and this has saved me a lot of time, so I didn't have to go back and redo a bunch. I definitely did my first quilt that was made for beginners, very beginner friendly, and then jumped into a quilt that was not made for beginners. I'm learning a lot as I go. Well, this one's all sorts of off and funny, so it's interesting to pin. Yeah, this one's just off in a couple different spots, but that's okay. You are not going to be able to tell once it's sewn together. All right, let's run this bad boy through the machine. All right, let's go open up this Sawtooth star and it will be finished. She is looking so good. All right, there we go. We have our Sawtooth star with the pink ghosties all done. Thanks for following along today. Let's go put this in my chair. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow.